was tempted to start this speech with someone once said. I realize we probably all know by now what Albert Einstein, Lord Alfred Tennyson, and Martin Luther King Jr. have passed on. After all, we are graduating high school. A teacher suggested that I elaborate on my own life lessons, but I'm not standing here today because I've experienced more life than you. Rather, I speak today because, quite frankly, I'm a nerd. Of course, I think most of you realize this doesn't mean I'm antisocial or plain insane and out of EverQuest, even if I am going to Georgia Tech. However, after reflection, I decided that a careful study of the life lessons of nerds might be helpful. After all, don't we all want to end up like Bill Gates here? Now, many people say nerds don't get out much or have many friends. Well, that's just not true. However, even some of my good friends don't understand the nerd lifestyle. For example, one of my best friends once asked me why I don't hang out with anyone else. I looked at her and said, "Mom, I do have friends. They're my teachers. They're just scary out at night." Seriously though, when we all enter the workforce, nothing can make a job more pleasant than practicing genuine kindness to our employers and colleagues to improve communication. You don't want to destroy opportunities by losing patience, judging a boss, and failing to understand that he or she struggles with the same stress that you do. If perhaps you find a special someone outside the office, here's another note. Nerds are really, really good at romance. I mean, we know the love songs backwards and forwards. You'd think just picking out any Shakespearean poem would score you a date, but that's not the case at all. Sometimes they require a little interpreting. For example, look at sonnet number 130. One of its lines goes, "Her breasts are done." Let me give you a hint. D-U-N done is not something you want to be calling her breasts. Well, I won't offer you any real advice on your romantic love. While I won't offer you any real advice on romantic love, I will mention my personal mantra from St. Francis. To love, not to be loved. Sometimes we find ourselves so focused on looking for our own love, we forget to pass it on to others. Look for the chance to smile at a sales clerk or give your parents an extra hug before you leave tonight. Now, back to our nerd stereotypes. Contrary to popular belief, nerds are not allergic to everything. Now, Sam Fishgrum, our valedictorian from last year, who's allergic to all but water, Lord help him, is an uber nerd who goes to Princeton and thus fulfills that stringent requirement. Yes, in case you're wondering, allergies are a great indicator of intelligence. I'm just Katie Taylor who's going to Tech, so all I'm allergic to is cats, dogs, huge nasty cockroaches, pollen, and basil. Yes, it makes my lips swell up like Angelina Jolie, and I carry a huge needle around with me for fear of anaphylactic shock. But I digress. My point is, if your significant other's parents slave away all day to serve you something you nickname used Kleenex soup, you can look smart and get out swallowing wet paper by claiming, you guessed it, that you are allergic to soup spoons. But allergies have this funny way of separating us from the masses. In fact, all nerds pretty much are separated from the masses. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a name. But the greatest thing that I figured out is that nerds are comfortable with who they are. I want you to capture a sense of self-confidence about who you are and what makes you different. Don't drop a hobby or a characteristic to obey someone else's definition of normal. Embrace yourself and what makes you happy. You have to be at peace with yourself before you can open up to the wide world we're about to enter. To sum up, empathy, love, and confidence are all I'm asking of you today. Have patience with others. Demonstrate kindness. Enjoy being around yourself. Be nice to nerds. So, without further ado, congratulations, class of 2006. And, to quote Legally Blonde, we did it!